Okay, my name is Husam. Ateyia. I'm 5'8". I compete at 242. I walk around 245 to 250 during the year. I started powerlifting last year. My first meet was Surge to New Levels in Chicago. I did it in April, and I won that one. And I totaled about 1956, if I'm correct. And then I competed again for my first pro meet in October, and I totaled 2,015 pounds. That wasn't my best meet, but still broke 2K, so that was an accomplishment.
What's up? So what are we doing now? What's the time?
So hit last warm up at 685. Moved relatively good. I didn't want to overshoot and hit 735 because next week is my last week of the block, so I'll be going heavy. You don't want to stop your momentum. So I'm hitting 725 is going to be our top single today. We'll call it off when I get it over. I get a lot sometimes. I let the energy out. I was too easy for the rest of us. Jesus Christ. That was a very good number. I could have gone heavier, but we'll call it a day there. And I'm listening. But basically, I go very slow. I'm a negative squatter. So I like to control everything, keep everything tight and locked in. Because if I go too fast, I'll lose tightness. It makes me bend forward. And then the bar doesn't move as good, the weight up, you know? So I go very slow down. And then when I get to the hole is when I explode with all my power. I get my hamstring hitting my calves, use all my thick, basically what I got for benefiting my size, my legs, my torso, my shortness, everything. I use that to get all the power out of the hole to make the weight all look the same. Whether it's 700, 600, 500, 100. A lot of people ask me, what's what advice you give when it's consistency, whether it's a bar, whether it's 200 or 1,000, I treat it the same, with respect. Weight is weight, and when you get that repetition in your mind, everything starts flying, no matter what. We're bending the thing sideways. That's not good. How we go bench? Same thing. My bench is like a new workout. I'm warm up my elbows, my shoulders, give my body about 5 minutes. The same thing, start with a bar. I'll go up to a plate, do that for about 5, get my elbows, shoulders warmed up. I'll go to 2 plates, hit that for about 2 to 3, and then hit 315 for a single. Then go 4 and 5 for a single. And then from there, we'll probably go 455, and then how that moves, we'll go either 485 or 495 for a single.
What's the most you've ever raw bench run?
I hit 510 about a week out of my competition.
Okay.
And meet day, I hit 502.
Awesome.
And I missed 512.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a big thing you need. You can't be scared when you lift. You know, a lot of people get scared of failure, of the weight not being moved. You know, obviously you don't want to hurt yourself, but I don't really have a fear when I get under the bar, whether it's squats, whether it's 700 pounds or anything more. I just don't have a fear. You know, my mind is coming up no matter what. and that's the mentality I always go in with, you know. I've had weight fall on me multiple times, and just adapted to not be scared. And I think that kind of gives you an edge on pushing yourself a little bit more to be able to get that little bit, you know, more strength that you need to get out of the hole whenever you need to, you know, drive through any hard lifts. Because a lot of people hit that wall and right away they're like, oh no, I can't. With me, it's like, no, I like those walls because they make you stronger. And when it comes to meet day or competition day, you get through it and you push a lot more than you ever thought you could. You know? So, quick story. A week out of my meet, I never posted this video. I filled 7:17. It was supposed to be my last warm-up. And I got in the hole and I couldn't get out. So I dumped the weight and I called it a day. A week later at my meet, I squatted 788. You know, so it just shows you, you know, never go off of one lift and never be scared to push yourself. .405 now. Everything feels good. I feel really intact. So this right here, we're gonna hit this for a single. Then we'll go 455, so slam on a quarter. And then from there, if that moves really well, we'll go 495 and cap it off at that. Growing up, we all wanted to do 5 plates.
Yeah.
That was the number. When you can say you bench 5 plates, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But now we want 5 1/4.
There we go.
For my top set, I usually take a good 5 minutes. Let my heart rate calm down. My muscles kind of cool off a little bit. Reset my mind. Basically focus on the top set. Because every set is a new set, so we're attacking the whole new mindset. Shut up. Shut up. Up. Got it. Up. Good. Go breaker. Let's go! It should have been a lot easier, but
I started off with wrestling. I was 14 years old. I was a wrestler, and I was just trying to get stronger for wrestling. And after wrestling, I loved lifting, you know, so I got into the bodybuilding lifestyle. I competed. My first show was when I was 21, and I did 4 shows after that. I was always falling short at second place. And then my last year, which was at 25, I wanted to take some time off and build on my body. And then I started kind of pushing weight. And everybody always told me how strong I was, and I never really saw it. And I got invited to all these, you know, competitions, deadlift competitions, bench competitions, and I would win it, but I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever, you know. And then first deadlift competition, I did 735. It wasn't the prettiest rep, but I got it, and people were like amused, and I was like, it's no big deal. Bench competition, I've done 225, 450, and to people that was insane. And I'm like, it's just 225. and I've hit 455 for a single, but it wasn't competition style, so that's where I'm like, no, I'm not that strong, you know. And last year I decided, you know what, I should give powerlifting a try. I hired a coach, did my first meet in April, and I wanted to commit. I said, I don't want to sit here and try to be strong and do bodybuilding. I want to commit to one road and just full throttle, go for it. And it's been night and day. It's truly my calling, like everybody says, and it's the progress I get and how strong I am and how effortless sometimes I make things look. I kind of shock myself even though I don't really show it, you know?
And you said you were strong even like in high school and stuff though too, right?
Yeah, I benched when I was in 8th grade, I benched 185. And then I squatted in high school 495 my junior year. And I leg pressed about, you know, I don't think it's a big deal now, but when I was in high school, leg pressing 1,200 pounds was a big deal for a high school kid. And I was deadlifting about 405 at 14 years old, you know, and now kids are like, oh my God, that's a lot. So, and right after that, I started pushing after high school and my numbers kept growing and growing, you know. And I knew I had a gift for strength. I just never wanted to push it because I was so amused with bodybuilding. Honestly, that's a very long list. First, I'll thank my parents bringing me out here to America. That's something I'm always grateful for. Coming from Iraq, coming from a country that's a fourth world country, a poor country that you don't really get the opportunities that we have here in America. Forever, I'll be in debt for my parents to bringing me out here and giving me a chance to have this life. My siblings, I love my siblings putting up with me and my, you know, craziness in the house and all the food I eat and always, you know, wanting certain things a certain way. And my brother always pushing me. He's my #1 supporter. And my uncle, he's the one that used to always tell me one thing that, can I cuss on this? Okay. He used to tell me, choose the weight, you fuck with it. You know, so I always lived by that, and I always chose the way that I know I'm a fuck with, and I wouldn't choose a way that I can't fuck with, you know, so, yeah, and I love my uncle, Big Wally, and some of my friends, Big Clark. I love Clark. He's always in my corner. Always told me, you know, what I'm capable of, even when I never thought I was anything special. That guy always told me, yo, you got a calling, you got something special, you should go for it. Ron, you know, and all the gyms, honestly, out here in Michigan, Chicago, people treat me like I'm something special and give me the opportunity to let me lift how I want, carry my bags around the gym and all my equipment. And I honestly appreciate every single person out here, including you, Jeff. Thank you for this opportunity and getting me on camera and having a good chat with you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate working today. I know we had to switch gyms and stuff, and
Hey.
that would have thrown some athletes off. Though they would have been like,
We still hit the numbers. We still came. We conquered. We had fun with it. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, man. Making new friends and building a bigger empire, you know, making a difference.
awesome, man. Well, thank you very much, and we'll definitely catch up with you again.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Deuces.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, check out the podcast, man.